The legacy of Pope Francis. Welcome to our channel. Today, we delve into the remarkable legacy of Pope Francis, a transformative leader whose humility, compassion, and dedication have left an indelible mark on the Catholic Church and the world. Pope Francis, born Jorge Mario Bergoglio, was a transformative figure in the history of the Catholic Church. As the first pope from the Americas, the first Jesuit pope, and the first to take the name Francis in honor of Saint Francis of Assisi, his papacy was marked by humility, inclusivity, and commitment to addressing global challenges. Today we are going to look on his legacy based on his humble beginning, champion of the marginalized, environmental stewardship, interfaith dialogue, reforming the church, advocate for inclusion, global peacemaker, and a legacy of love and hope. 1. A humble beginning. Pope Francis's humility was evident from the start. Rejecting the traditional papal palace, he chose to live in a modest guest house and used a simple car instead of a luxurious vehicle. This simplicity resonated with millions, symbolizing his desire to lead by example and stay connected to the people. 2. Champion of the marginalized. Pope Francis consistently emphasized the Church's mission to serve the poor, the displaced, and the forgotten. He often referred to the Church as a field hospital, a place of healing and refuge for those on the peripheries of society. His actions and words reflected a deep commitment to social justice and compassion for the most vulnerable. One of the most poignant examples of this commitment was his visit to the Greek island of Lesbos during the height of the European migration crisis. In April 2016, Pope Francis traveled to the Moria refugee camp, where thousands of migrants and refugees were living in dire conditions. He walked among the people, listened to their stories, and offered words of comfort and solidarity. In a powerful gesture, he brought 12 Syrian refugees back to the Vatican, providing them with shelter and a new start in life. During his visit, Pope Francis condemned the globalization of indifference and called on world leaders to take responsibility for the plight of refugees. His words and actions sent a strong message of hope and humanity, inspiring many to advocate for the rights and dignity of displaced individuals. 3. Environmental stewardship. One of Pope Francis's most significant contributions was his encyclical Laudato Si 2015, which addressed the urgent need for environmental conservation. He called for a global ecological conversion, urging individuals, governments, and corporations to take responsibility for protecting the planet. This encyclical positioned the Catholic Church as a leading voice in the fight against climate change. 4. Interfaith dialogue. Pope Francis was a tireless advocate for building bridges between different faiths, fostering mutual respect, understanding, and collaboration. He believed that interfaith dialogue was essential for promoting peace and addressing global challenges. His efforts were marked by historic meetings, groundbreaking declarations, and symbolic gestures that resonated across religious communities. One of the most notable examples of his commitment to interfaith dialogue was his visit to the United Arab Emirates in February 2019. This marked the first-ever papal visit to the Arabian Peninsula, a region deeply rooted in Islamic tradition. During this visit, Pope Francis met with the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar, Ahmed Al-Tayeb, and together they signed the historic document on human fraternity for world peace and living together. This declaration emphasized the shared values of tolerance, fraternity, and the rejection of violence and extremism. It was a powerful call for unity among religions and a commitment to building a more harmonious world. The visit also included an interfaith meeting at the Founders Memorial in Abu Dhabi, where Pope Francis addressed religious leaders from various faiths. He spoke about the importance of human fraternity and the need to work together to build a future of peace. His words and actions during this visit were widely praised as a milestone in Catholic-Muslim relations and a testament to his dedication to interfaith harmony. Through such initiatives, Pope Francis demonstrated that dialogue and collaboration between religions are not only possible but essential for addressing the challenges of our time. His legacy in interfaith dialogue continues to inspire efforts toward understanding and cooperation among diverse faith communities. 5. Reforming the Church. Pope Francis's papacy was marked by bold and transformative reforms aimed at addressing internal challenges and restoring the Church's credibility. His approach was rooted in transparency, accountability, and inclusivity, reshaping the Catholic Church to better align with its mission in the modern world. Tackling clerical sexual abuse. One of Pope Francis's most impactful reforms was his response to the clerical sexual abuse crisis. In February 2019, he convened a global summit on child protection, bringing together nearly 200 church leaders to address the issue. He issued a landmark decree making bishops directly accountable for sexual abuse or covering it up, and abolished pontifical secrecy for abuse cases. These measures aim to ensure justice for victims and prevent future abuses. Financial transparency. Pope Francis took significant steps to reform Vatican finances, which had been plagued by scandals for years. He strengthened financial controls, increased transparency, and recovered substantial sums that had been misappropriated. Under his leadership, the Vatican ceased to be considered a tax haven, and risky investments were scrutinized to prevent corruption. Inclusivity in leadership. Francis made strides in opening leadership roles within the Church to laypeople, including women. He overhauled the Vatican Constitution to allow any baptized lay Catholic to head most departments in the Church's central administration. This was a historic move toward inclusivity, although progressives hope for even more representation. Addressing doctrinal challenges. While maintaining traditional teachings, Pope Francis introduced reforms that emphasized pastoral care and compassion. For example, his guidance in Amoris Laetitia eased restrictions on divorced and remarried Catholics receiving communion. This approach sparked debate but reflected his commitment to making the Church more accessible and understanding. Simplifying the papacy. Pope Francis rejected the pomp and privilege often associated with the papacy, choosing to live in a modest guest house instead of the apostolic palace. This simplicity symbolized his desire for a poor church for the poor and resonated with millions worldwide. 6. Advocate for inclusion. Pope Francis's inclusive approach extended to LGBTQ+ individuals, divorced Catholics, and others who felt marginalized by the Church. While maintaining traditional teachings, he emphasized pastoral care and compassion, famously stating, "Who am I to judge?" This approach sparked both praise and controversy, reflecting his willingness to engage with complex issues. 7. Global peacemaker. Pope Francis was a staunch advocate for peace, often mediating in international conflicts and calling for an end to wars. His appeals for peace in Ukraine, the Middle East, and other regions underscored his role as a moral leader on the global stage. 8. A legacy of love and hope. Above all, Pope Francis's legacy is one of love, hope, and a deep belief in the dignity of every human being. His teachings and actions inspired millions to live with greater compassion and to work towards a more just and equitable world. Pope Francis's legacy is a testament to the power of humility, empathy, and a commitment to justice. His actions and teachings continue to inspire people of all backgrounds to work toward a better, more compassionate world. Whether championing the marginalized, fostering interfaith harmony, or addressing global challenges like climate change, Pope Francis's influence will resonate for generations to come. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring content.